everyone, it's Sam here. Thank you for watching. So I have, well, you can see here, loads of scraps. I've got all of these packs, paper packs from Craft Stash, and they come with the little plastic there. And I just, when I work my way through them, I keep all of the scraps in the back. And I've shown similar in my other scraps videos before. And I thought it'd be quite nice to do some more cards, just quick, simple cards using your scraps. I've got loads of tutorials. I've got a playlist here using the scraps, and there's heaps of cards there, so loads of inspiration if you're just joining my channel now. But I thought, yeah, I'd make a few really quick, easy ones. I'm not too sure where I'm going to go with it all. I'm just going to lay everything out. I'll speed parts of the video up, and then I'll just kind of give you any kind of measurements and stuff that you might need, and yeah, we'll see how many cards I can make. So let's get started. So for the first one, on these, some of these sheets here, there's like these borders. So I've cut these two. This is on a 5x7 top fold card. And then these were again were the strips on those sheets. So I've just trimmed them all down. I'm going to stick them down pretty much where they are. And then I'm just going to trim off all the edges. And I think what I'll do is all my sentiments at the end, which is what I tend to do, because then I can kind of play around. But there's some really nice, you know, like the Hello Spring will look lovely kind of in the middle there. There's just so many bloom where you're planted, so that'd be nice. Actually, that's the perfect match, although all the flowers are pretty much the same anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna stick those down. So these are all 1/2 inch, and then these ones on the edge here are what they were in the pack, so they're 1 inch. And then you just want to make sure you've got a nice gap. They're all the 8 inch from the paper pack, so I'm just going to trim off the ends. So that's how that one looks. I love it. It's really effective. Just those simple lines against the white card. I think I'm going to keep it as a top fold. I was going to have it as a side fold, but just with the way that the panels are, I think it looks really, really pretty. So that's number one. So now I'm going to, I might revisit and do a similar card to the quilted style card that I've done before, but I might not distress the edges. So I'm going to work, yeah, I'm going to try and do something like that next. So for this one, I've got, again, a 5x7 top fold. I think they're all going to be, if I didn't say that at the beginning, I've just got a pile of them here. I've cut this piece to 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, and that's going to be lifted up on some foam, but that's optional. If you want to keep it flat, then stick it just directly on. But you might want to use a different colour if you do it that way. I'm using the white on white because when you do add the foam, it just creates a nice drop shadow, and it looks quite effective. And what I've then done is I'm going to leave one little area free to stamp a sentiment, and I've just cut myself so that they would fit with a nice border. 3, 6, I've got 9 1 1/4 by 1 3/4 rectangles, and then I've just cut from the top left to the bottom right on all of them. And I was going to jumble up so that it's slightly different patterns. I've got the one with the polka dots on here, but I think I'm going to keep them the same. And the idea is that you just slightly separate them. I would say I've got maybe a 1/8 of an inch gap. So if I take that away, it might help you see it a bit better. So yeah, about 1/8 of an inch from the corner and through the middle. Again, I might pop these up using just some foam pads, and then again that one, and then that kind of more white one, and then I laid it out just before I showed you, just so I could make sure that I kind of got the spacing right. And then that one there. So yeah, as long as I would stick the middle one down first and then work your way out. And then I did this one in the middle. I'm keeping this one here free purely because I don't want to do the middle one, and I don't have enough of this paper with the polka dots left. And then the polka dot one down here, it's just that slightly darker pinky colour. And then I'm going to have, I could have this one here, maybe do my sentiment in the bottom left. That could look quite nice. Yeah, that might look quite different. And once it's all stuck on there, so I'm going to stick these all down. I'm thinking with foam pads. The version that I referred to that I'd done before, I used a little distress tool, this one here, and it's got little blades between the petals, and you can just distress the edges, and it made it just look like material. Like I said, check out the scraps playlist because there's so many different ideas there. But I think, yeah, with some foam on this one, that's what's going to really, I think, make this one look quite pretty. So I'm going to stick everything down and again show you when it's finished, and then I'll move on to the next card. So that's all those stuck down. Can you see now? Hopefully it's picking up with my light all the dimension. Really, really fun style. I noticed one of them I cut from the top right to the bottom left, so I rectified that one, this one here. So I just cut another butterfly one there. Really like that style. And then that's going to be my space for just a little sentiment. I'll find something that will fit there. Okay, on to card number 3. Okay, so this is a nice style. So this one I've done like a grid. So I've got this one here's 3 by 2, and then I've got a piece of 2 3/4 by 1 3/4 pattern paper, and then this one here is 1 1/2 by 3 1/2, and then this pattern paper is 1 1/4 by 3 1/4. This one here is a 2 by 2 square and then a 1 3/4 square. This one is 3/4 by 3 1/2, and then 1/2 by 3 1/4. This one here is 3 by 3/4, and then again 2 3/4 by 1/2, and then this one here is 1 1/2 by 2 3/4, and then this one on top is 1 1/4 by 2 1/2. I'm going to leave this area again free, so I'm going to stamp a sentiment on there, and again I think I'm going to pop them up on some foam. I'm going to stick these onto each other, and then I'm going to raise those up slightly. So that's all of that stuck down. The pads I'm using are the Creative Craft products. You get packs of white and black. I've got so many black and I never really use them, so I thought it was perfect for this because you don't see it. And then you can just cut them to any size. So again, top fold 5 by 7, and then I'll stamp the sentiment shortly. So this one's very simple. Again, 5 by 7 top fold card, and these are just, I've cut a few of them so they're thinner, but that's 1 inch. This one's 1/2. That's 1/4. That's 1/2. 3/4, 1/4, 1/2, and then 1/4. The length is entirely up to you. If I just give you the longest one, which is 6 1/2, and then I've just staggered it so they're shorter again. So I've got a space to either use, you know, one of these sentiments or stamp a sentiment. I'm just going to stick them directly on, so it's just a completely flat card, and then I'll probably add some little embellishments like some Nouveau drops or something on this one. Okay, so that's that one. It looks really nice as a side fold as well, so I might change the orientation of this one because I quite like having that area in the bottom right hand corner, but equally as nice that way as well. So what I'll be on now, so that's 4, so card 5, I might do 6, maybe 7. We'll see how we go. I'm down to like a lot of strips, so we'll see where we go with this. So for this one, again, just simple rectangles. So I've got 8 that are 1 1/2 by 2, and then the pattern paper is 1 1/4 by 1 3/4. And I'm going to position one line more towards the top and then one towards the bottom, so I can have a long thin sentiment stamped in the middle. Probably do it similar to that one, so I'll put the foam underneath. I do like that effect. So yeah, it's just another take on that style really. So I actually ended up putting foam on the back of the pattern pieces and sticking the plain card onto the card base. Again, looks really nice as a top fold style that way as well, but I'm going to keep this one this way so I can have a longer sentiment there. So card number, I keep forgetting how many I've done. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is what I've got left. So I've still got lots there. So because I've got a lot of strips, I've just cut a few more because I think I will need them, although by the time I trim off some of this, I can probably use it down here. But this is reminding me of a brick wall, so I'm going to call it a floral brick wall or floral wall. So what I've done is they're 1/2 inch strips. That's probably what was cut from a lot of the cards that I'd made beforehand. So obviously any length, and you can see I've just got one there, and then I've left a little gap. Then I've got that one, then I've left a gap in between. I mean, if you put this on, you know, a darker card, then you're probably going to see it more. I'm wondering whether actually I should put it on to maybe like a darker pink colour. So I might do that. Again, it'll still be a 5x7 card. And then I'm just kind of moving them, you know, so no one is the same. Every single one is different. So I'm just going to get everything placed out, and then I think I'll cut it in pink and then just transfer it all over, and then just trim the edges. And then if you run out, you just, when you trim these, you'll have all these pieces to use down the bottom, which is probably what I'll do, because I'd like to use some of that one like there. So that's all those stuck down. I think it looks really good against the pink, because you do see them more of that kind of brick effect. So that's card number 6. So yeah, I think I will do one more and then get the sentiments all stuck down. So I've just stuck these pieces down. This was the longest piece I had, so I just worked from that. So this one is 1 1/8. You could do 1 by 6.5, and then these are 3/4 by 4, so it's 2 of those, and then 1/2 by 2.5, and then 1/4 by 1.5. And I thought with this one I'd have a sentiment lifted and maybe framed with the pink on the top. I think that'll look quite nice. Again, as a top fold, it does look lovely. So I think I'm going to stop there with the cards. I mean, I could still do some more like panel cards or something with that, but I'm pretty happy with that. These are just some plain pieces, so I'm not too worried about those. And then I won't use all of these sentiments here, but what I tend to do with these is cut them all down and I pop them in my little clear drawers that I've got. So they're just at hand. They're all handy little sentiments. You know, things like that are really nice. I mean, that could look, if I fussy cut that. So yeah, so I'm going to get these all stamped with their sentiments and stuff, and then I'll show you everything when it's finished. Okay, so that's all the cards finished, so I'll just go back through them again. So this one I've just used the topper from the paper pad. You could add a few more bits. I might add a couple of little embellishments or something, but I think that looks really nice. I like it more towards the top as well. It's a bit different. This one here I've stamped Have a Cozy Day, which I'll just show you the 3 stamp sets I've used. So the Have a Cozy Days from this Floral Nostalgia set, and I've taken the thank you on another card as well. Then I've used the Hope Your Day is Filled with Laughter, that's on a card. And from this one I've used Enjoy Your New Home and Creating Happy Memories. So that's that one, and then there's that one. You can see the sentiment. I thought that looked really nice. Very elegant. There's the thank you. And then this one here, Enjoy Your New Home and Creating Happy Memories. This one's just the thank you topper, but what I did is it looked lost against the, you know, that design. So I just cut a piece of scrap card across the corner there and then popped it on the front. I thought that looked quite nice. Again, I might add a few little gemstones around that. You'll see them in the photos. And then this one here, I just took the congratulations topper from the pad and I just backed it with the purple colour. And yeah, Yeah, I think they look lovely. So as always, I like to say, what's your favourite? I don't know if I've got them in the order that I made them, but I think it was this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Which one's your favourite? Pop your numbers in the comments below. And yeah, hopefully I'll try and do these more often, because people do really like the scraps videos, and I've got quite a lot of scraps now, so yeah, it's nice to make a dent in them. As always, I try and link as much of the product that I've used in the description box below. The paper pad sold out, it is an older one, but the stamp sets I will be able to link below. So yeah, if you're interested in those. And I'll have the other scraps videos popping up now as well. You might want to go and watch those next. If you've enjoyed today, give me a thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And I'll be back again very soon. Take care. Bye.